Big Mouth Media, man. We at Grindhouse, man. Shout out to all my guys, man. KJ the Live Wire, my management company, Rare Gunner Management, Talk Heavy Entertainment. Man, shout out to my whole team, man.
Yo, it's your boy, Big Mouth of the South, man. Let the people know we rocking with today.
What's up, man? It's your boy, Philly fashion designer, Arganeebahlajh fashion. What's up, big boy?
It's goody, my boys.
Oh, man, you know, chilling.
So look, man, fashion, man.
Right.
You really into it?
Yeah, man, that's my thing. You know what I mean? A lot of shut down a lot of naysayers, man. We didn't think that this was, you know, gonna be something that I took real serious. And came home, just kept going strong with it.
Hey, look, man, for the people who don't know who you are, though, like, talk to the people, man. Let them know who you are. Let them know where you're from. Let them know what you got going on.
Listen, man, this your boy Arganeebahlajh fashion, man, straight out of Philly, North Philly, nice town, representing the whole Philadelphia period, you know what I'm saying? High fashion, that's what we representing, just trying to hit them numbers, man, like Polo, man, and Tommy Hill, trying to be one of the greats, you know what I'm saying? Legendary.
Yes, sir. It's been a long journey, huh?
Yeah, man, long journey. Let me see, I've been doing this, I've been out here doing this for 4 years. Going on 4 years, next month it'll be 4 years, but I was away, incarceration, just came home from doing eight years, 2 years before that, and 7 years before that.
Man, how does it feel to be home?
Oh man, it feels great. Still feel like I'm dreaming. You know what I mean, a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look, man, tell me one thing, man. Tell me you ain't going back.
No, I ain't never going back. Can't go back, man.
For sure.
Right.
Sure. So look, with this fashion, how you get into the fashion though? Like when you came home, was that the first thing that you decided that you wanted to do, or you came up with a business plan while you was locked up, or what?
So like I said, this last 8 years, I've always was into fashion, but my lifestyle before that, being in the streets, you know, not really having the time to take it serious. So I used the last 8 years to pretty much try to hate what I used to worship, what I used to love. So I just dug down into it, man. I closed the streets out completely. I'm talking about not taking a check from nobody. I just did it hard from the muscle, man, and just kept designing and you know, making my design books, all the way down to the point where as though I used to sell bracelets in the jail. Yeah, Arganeebahlajh bracelets. That was like the first thing that I came out with.
What type of braces?
Arganeebahlajh bracelets. They was made out of mop string. So what I used to do is I used to take a brand new mop and I used to take the strings and I used to braid them together, put the slip knots in them, and I would package them up by the threes. But I would also take the paint, because you was allowed to buy paint on commissary. Yeah. Get the paint, man, paint them joints, man, different colors, man. So you know, a lot of dudes, you know, a lot of hustlers, man, you know, we used to throw the rubber bands around our wrists and all that. So you know, guys that was known to get money in the street, they changed from rubber bands and rocking Arganeebahlajh bracelets, man. 3 packs. I mean, what? Three Johns for 2 packs of cigarettes, Newports.
So look though, I'm not trying to sound too slow or whatever, but when you say bracelets, you mean like jewelry?
No, I mean like bracelets made out of material, like material bracelets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's kind of still jewelry
it's
though.
It's still in the jewelry family, yeah.
Okay, so how much did it actually cost to make that jewelry though?
Nothing. Just talent, a lot of thought, and determination to try to do something different.
How much was you selling the jewelry for? The bracelets?
I would sell 3 bracelets in a pack, right? I would take some plastic that I would get, and I would actually take the plastic, I would melt it. I would melt it with my lighter, and I would seal it up and sell 3. I would sell 3 bracelets for 2 packs of Newport cigarettes.
2 packs of Newports.
Yeah. And I don't even smoke, so you know, cigarettes is jail. I mean, it's money in jail.
Yeah.
So you know, use that to buy some food and everything, man. And
so that hustle was really keeping you busy while you was inside.
Yeah, man. It's real. Like, you know what I'm saying, it's real. Like, a lot of people know me for other things. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people used to say, you know, I used to get money and all that. I actually don't use those type of terms. I was just into something different that was either 2 ways it was going to end, either a life sentence or dead.
Yeah, that stood out to me what you just said, that you don't like to use that type of terms. Why are you against using the get money term?
I mean,
cause you can get money in a lot of different ways.
I'm not gonna say it's cliche, but what I'm saying is the term hustler and all that, it's all, I think it all depends on the person and what it means to them and how they, want to use it. With me, it's like using my old name. As you can see, I got the red beard. They used to call me Reds and all that. I don't use that name. You know what I'm saying? Because that name is attached to something negative. It was attached to something negative, and a lot of people who played with it. You know what I mean? Not put my business out there too much, but I was a part of that. You know what I'm saying? So us type of guys, we take things a little bit different, a little bit serious, and we just don't play with certain things.
For sure. Let's keep it moving a little bit. So you was making the bracelets. When you came out, that led to you actually getting the clothing line, or what? Like I said, did you have a business plan before you came out? Or
yeah, had a business plan. Actually, I'm also founder and CEO of Cornwall Corporation. And what Cornwall Corp is, it's a mother company. It's a mother company, and what we have on the board, the guys that sit on our board, they all are CEOs of their own business. And we come together to do great projects, great elite projects, but individually, everyone is CEOs of their own company, whether it's they run their own studios, they have their own real estate company, or anything, you know what I'm saying? But all these guys are just top guys, man, that, they don't want to play no games, but they're trying to go and make it out.
Now that's lit. How did y'all put that together though? Who decided yo, we need to form some type of team or some type of alliance? Who put that together?
Well, I designed everything when I was away in jail. Yeah. The only hard thing about it is, one guy said to me before, he said, man, brothers got a problem with maintaining jobs. And you talking about starting a corporation, and to me, it just seems like, people, I'm not saying that people think small, but some people do. And I'm just one of the ones that chose not to think small, so I can't see or hear that type of talk and understand where that's coming from.
Yeah. Do you think that's a true statement though?
It can be for some.
And what's the issue behind it though? What you think is the whole issue from behind people holding jobs, brothers holding jobs to be exact?
Brothers holding jobs. It could be a lot of issues, man. Upbringing of the way the individual was. I mean, some people will get a job, get a nice job, and just to get paid, just to use that money to go ahead and jump back in the streets and try to do something different. Some people get jobs and then hustle at the same time, thinking that I hustle and I work, so they juggling it. There's no, you either in or you out.
Yeah. That's
just the realization of the game. You either in or you out. Because I don't care if you got one of the best jobs in the world. If you sell one bag of weed, you a dope dealer. So you are subjected to get the same thing as a guy that's selling keys. Robbed, murdered, same thing.
Hey, look, being that you've been through all of that, and you now being successful, you got the clothing line. When you look back at it, do you feel like it was worth it?
Yeah. I'm also a Muslim too. That's my religion. So I also believe in the decree. Decree meaning, Allah doesn't make no mistakes. It's two roads. You take the bad, and you know what that leads to, and you take the good, and everything else is prayer, being humble, being patient, and you can't do nothing but go up from there.
Right. So, with this clothing line, do you design the clothes, or you just produce the clothes, or?
I design the clothes. The name of the company is. See, now I'm not knocking no designers. Shout out to all the designers in the city and all across the world. Especially, I'm actually an underdog. I represent the underdogs. So, what I'm saying is the word Arganeebahlajh. One thing about our people.
Arganeebahlajh.
Balaj. Yeah. The AB actually stands for aggressively bold. The Arganeebahlajh is the upper echelon of the line, the high fashion of it. One thing about our people, we always are trying to obtain things that we can't spell or can't even understand. Versace, when that first came out, all these names, I mean, you got guys selling drugs, man, and they would kill each other, man, just to get clothes made by other genders, and I never understood that, and then when someone calls them, a faggot or something like that, then they lose their mind. But you'll kill your brother though to get that money to go buy these people clothes. We've been making these people, man, rich, millionaires, billionaires, man, for centuries.
How can the people find you online though? You got a website, Instagram,
Yeah,
like how you?
I actually have an online store, online boutique.
Online boutique.
Before the pandemic started, and shout out to all the people, man, that's out there, man, losing family every day. Shout out to all the essential workers and everything. But they can find me at, you can find me first of all on my social media page. That's at Arganeebahlajh. That's at ARGANEE Balajh, BAHLAJH. And if you go in there, you can click the link. It's www.arganeebahlajhfashion.com. Not dot, because everybody thinks, you know, www dot. It's www.arganeebahlajhfashion.com.
Yeah. I like to drop knowledge on the interview. So for the people, for the young people, or anybody that's looking up to you, seeing what you're doing, seeing the moves that you're making, like, what do they need to do to put themselves in position and do the same thing you're doing?
They got to first, they have to first believe. Me, it started with me being in jail and having to look in the mirror and ask myself that I like the guy that was looking back. All the facade and everything that came with that street, that street stuff. You know what I'm saying? That stuff is one of the devil's biggest tricks, man. One of the devil's biggest tricks is making the people think that it didn't exist. So using those weapons, it's dangerous. It's a dangerous thing, man.
Yeah. So, but is it a certain type of budget they need to have? Is it a certain amount of relationships, or like?
Honestly speaking, it's funny that you asked this because, like I said, it's the month of Ramadan, and like I said, when I left the jail last time, it was in the month of Ramadan, and Ramadan was just ended, and I prayed and asked for everything that I'm receiving right now. So honestly, I would say, strong belief in a higher power. You got to be true to yourself. You got to clean your own backyard first before you decide to want to go into the world and place things in other people's backyards. You know what I'm saying? Because if you wanted to have that long-lasting staying power, then you got to be pure, and people got to be able to see that. They got to be able to feel that. If they can't feel it, if you don't feel it, then how you gonna make somebody else feel it? So as far as like having a budget and all that, I say get a job and invest in what it is that you believe in. If you believe in it, you'll invest in it.
Facts. It's an interesting thing that you told me while we was talking. You told me that your son manages you.
Right. That's dope. So, yeah, my son, man. Shout out to American Manager.
How was that though? Because like that's your son, so it's kind of like, I know you was leading him, probably still is leading him, but now it's like on a business level, he kind of like guiding you. So like the roles kind of reversed a little bit.
Right. That comes from like I said, once again, a lot of blessings, and just always being able to stay connected. Even though I was away, one of the best blessings that I had was that my children still looked up to me like I was the greatest thing in the world. So I had no choice but to come out here and show them something different. They didn't heard and at one point in time probably look up to the negative, and that's one thing that the streets does. Like someone would have their father in the streets. I mean, he might have been a murderer, a big time drug dealer. The kid, if that's what he sees, if that's what the people talk about, then that's what they will look up to, and that can really steer a kid to go the wrong way. I was always into the music. I was always into the fashion. I was always into being careful with what I let my children see. So with that being said, for him to take on, jump in the music world and to do that was major. So, it would be easy for me to have a manager and a PR, with big name clients and all that. Why, when my son is a manager? So what better way to show your kid that you believe in him by letting him do what it is that he does?
Facts. What's one of the biggest accomplishments that y'all have established together though, since y'all been working together? Like y'all been in have you been able to put your product in some stores, or like what's some of y'all accomplishments?
Well, right now we're in 4 boutiques. Like I said, they're shut down as of right now. One in Manhattan, Washington D.C., outskirts of Philadelphia.
So you global with it?
Oh man, I'm trying to be, man. And shout out to all those guys, man, who found me online and they just fell in love with what I was doing. And for them to offer me to come in their store and give me my own section and all that, it was love. Like I said, that's all God's work. You know what I'm saying?
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. We on Big Mouth Media, man. Anything you want to get off your chest and let the people know while we here?
Yeah, pretty much just shout out to all the designers, man, coming out of Philly that paved the way. Mabel Marie, Milano, Gunsmoke Clothing Line, everybody, man, Paperboy Apparel. Shout out to all the underdogs. I'm talking about clothing lines that people don't even know about. You know what I mean? That's what I represent. I stand up for those. You know what I mean? I stand for those guys. What else? Forever Do Me. Just shout out to all those guys, man, and everybody that's a part of the movement, the Philly movement, Philly fashion, and the culture, period.
I got one more question before we get out of here.
Yeah.
How often do you come up with different designs, though? With different concepts?
Always being honest, and that's one thing that we, always establish is a great conversation and honesty. Man, out of my first design book that I finished in 2008, being honest with you, I'm only on, let's say like 500 pages of designs. I'm only on page 2.
So you done created 500 different designs,
yeah.
And right, but you still only page 2 of the design.
I'm only on page 2.
What's the reason why it takes so long to get all the designs out?
It takes long because at the end of the day, it's about building a brand. It's about branding. And when you want to brand and your goal is to be around for ages. I mean, I'm talking about, like I said, I shouted out a lot of those mates, Tommy Hill and Bolo. These guys been around for a very long time and for the ages. And the thing about it is that longevity. That longevity is what we're searching for, is what we're going for. We're looking for legacy. So, what they say, Rome wasn't built in a day. Patience. And that's what my dean teaches me. He teaches me patience, man. That's what I'm going for.
Yes, sir.